Hey, what's up, world? It's your favorite person here, Lua. And yes, I already know some of you are already rolling your eyes because you're like, look at this loser. He lied to me with a straight face again. He literally said he was going to be done making videos like this. What happened this time? I mean, last time you ended up saying you got sick. Now what? You lost like your legs or something? No, I still have my legs and I can still walk around. Thank you for being concerned. It's just that a lot of stuff are happening right now, okay? So you're getting a filler video, but I swear I want to get stuff to be back on track. I also have been thinking a lot about this channel and the direction that I'm moving it in. I know that's not really that surprising because everyone who makes this slop type of content, we're all kind of having like this revelation at the same time, especially us talking about drama. As you can see, I'm trying to completely move away from talking about it because I don't enjoy internet drama anymore. But that's a whole video for another time, even though I do sometimes fall back into talking about the goofiness because it's like a bug in my brain. But either way, you saw the title of the video. We're here to talk about podcasts. So one thing that I really believe in is that when next year come, 2025, we need to ban podcasts for a year. Like for one whole year, no one can make a brand new podcast, and the only people who can have a podcast are people who pre-existently had one before 2025. Because my lord, I am so actively sick of getting these absolutely terrible podcasts recommended to me, and just these garbage crap that people keep on posting over and over again. Now, the oversaturation of terrible podcasts is a thing that a lot of people are talking about, and this has a problem that always existed for an extremely long time. But because of the existence of the Hatua cast, God, I hate that meme so much, and I can't believe she became a millionaire because of it. Even though I shouldn't really be mad at her, I should be mad at the people who are actually watching her content and think that she's actually posting something extremely well. Maybe I shouldn't be as much as a hater. I should just be happy for her because she's a millionaire now. No, actually, I don't care. But because of this podcast, it has really showed the world how unbelievably terrible this space has become. Everyone knows the reason why podcasts are like this. It's mainly because everyone has main character syndrome, and every single person think that, you know what, I can come together with a group of my friends and we can automatically go and start a podcast and we are absolutely going to become popular. We're going to reach #1 and our podcast is going to be amazing. Just for them to sit down and start their podcast and they automatically learn that, wow, they don't have the capability to start a conversation. They're actually extremely dumb and the podcast is not good at all. So the majority of the time it's just them sitting down talking about absolutely nothing. And here's the thing, you can make talking about nothing extremely entertaining. My channel is literally just me talking about absolutely nothing that doesn't matter 99% of the time, and I was able to gain a fan base. Not an extremely big one, but I was able to do something, and there's tons of other YouTubers out there who's doing the exact same thing, but some of these people, they just don't have the capability to do it because they're not entertaining at all. They come together with their friends and they realize, wow, we actually kind of suck at talking. We're actually not interested at all. And then they try to do what every single podcast tried to do now, and that is the infestation of terrible podcast clips. Now, I was originally going to do the generic thing because I found a bunch of like very small people who started podcasts. They're not really that big, and I was going to show their clips and laugh at them and go like, man, look how extremely dumb these people are. But I'm just going to be honest, I'm just not going to do that. I have nothing against like, being a little bit of a hater sometimes. I just don't feel like doing it. But man, there's just so much of those podcasts out there, and I'm just sick. I'm just sick of these terrible things because for some weird reason, I know why YouTube keeps on recommending me these things. Here's the thing, I like podcasts. I really do. I think it's a very entertaining form of media, and I think if two creators, pre-existing or just brand new creators, can find a way to start an entertaining podcast, you can truly make some of the most entertaining type of content out there. And I do think it's a good thing that podcast gear is more accessible and more people can start podcasts, but I think we all know that if something becomes more accessible, it's literally a living definition of a double-edged sword. Because yes, they are a lot of people who are able to start their careers just off making a podcast. I even have seen the rise of people doing solo podcasts and just people sitting down and talk about things that they're interested in, and that's extremely good. There are going to be a lot of content creators and brand new podcasts which are going to come up and become very popular because of the accessibility of the gear. But it also has the opposite effect where it allows anyone to make a podcast, so now there's a ton of brain dead people out there trying to make make podcasts, and I have to keep on seeing it. Because every time when I want to go and watch a YouTube short, just for fun, because yes, I don't like YouTube shorts, but I go and check it out sometimes, I automatically get blasted with a podcast clip of a bunch of people saying extremely stupid stuff. I just can't stand podcasts. They're absolutely all over the place, and I truly feel like when next year comes, we need a whole year ban on podcasts, man, because this is garbage. And look, I know this is going to be the part where every time when a person talks about podcasts, this is the part where you do the thing where you show your podcast. I'm not going to do that because I don't have a podcast, okay? But that's just a trend that I hate. YouTubers will come on and make videos going like, man, these podcasts are absolutely garbage nowadays. They're just trash and garbage, but here's my podcast. Mine is actually good, and theirs are exactly as bad. I literally watched a YouTube video not so long ago of someone talking about podcasts being garbage, and he literally did the exact same thing, and I saw some other girl do the same thing too. Again, I'm not gonna name names, not because I don't want to do that. Well, that's literally the reason why. I just don't feel like doing it for this video. This is a filler video. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Filler. But anyway, this is just a thing that I wanted to go and yap about. I can't go and stand podcasts anymore. It's really pissing me off. Anyway, sorry for another video to come out like this. Stuff is just, my plate is really full right now. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. Anyway, that's it. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.